hello everyone.
Oops.
What
my
are
cat's
you
just
doing?
jumped to my fucking laptop again. Fuck's sake. This is just gonna be one of them streams. Fucking hell.
Which one was it? Was it Kelly?
No, it wasn't her actually this time. It was the loud one. But what can I say? It wouldn't be a weekend without my cats causing the havoc.
Oh no.
Mind you, it's a less of their shenanigans that they've performed this weekend. So what can you do?
Yeah,
I think organise it that my cats could be auctioned off.
You wouldn't do that.
Cat auction. No, I'm kidding. Hi, D. Johns.
Hey, D. Johns.
No, it's not night over here. It's 2:00 in the afternoon over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a daytime stream for me, which is a bit of a weird one for me, I know. But I used to do mental health Sundays, so this is back to my old sort of stream. So we will see how it goes and take it from there. Really, I think. How's your day been? It must be what? About 9:00 in the morning for you guys? Is that right? He's 5 hours behind, isn't it, where you are? Well, unless you're on a different time zone completely, which is could well be possible. Who knows in my bloody head? Well, at least you're good anyway. We can be covering well, male mental health mainly today, but we could do like other topic. 9 a.m. I think I was wide awake at 9 a.m. as well, actually. I can't even remember. I can't even remember what I was doing 5 hours ago. Well, what was you doing 5 hours ago, Tonkin? Actually, I do not want to know.
You don't want to know. You already know.
Yeah, I just remembered that when you told me what you was going to be up to. Yes, we don't want to hear about that on a live stream.
Oh no.
Hi, Lindsay, you right? Oh, this is going to be like... I'll just really put my foot right in it then. Well, we could talk about that subject if you like. I don't think YouTube would be very appreciative of it at 9:00 in the morning American time, 2 in the afternoon British time, and it might be like Australian time.
Yeah, but, well, you'll have to switch it to age verification first.
What I normally do afterwards, but did I do it before? No, I don't think I did.
No.
Oh, what a stupid bin! That's me, not anybody else. Which is probably lots of silly bins out there, but it's all right.
Yeah. Well, we did have quite a bit of a crazy night, didn't we?
Yeah, it was good to see Pap on the website last night. That was a mad stream. We were, well, Linz and I were over on Rev Simon Sideways last night, and they had this guy come on. Was it like a phone-in or something? I don't know, because I came in late. And he was talking to the Rev and all of that, and he didn't even realise he was live for 20-odd minutes. I mean, what a plum.
Wow.
I mean, it was rather funny, wasn't it, Linz? That guy just thought he was having a bit of a talk and a bit of a banter with Rev before the actual question, but they were questioning him, and he just didn't twig. And like, poor Rev was like, had his head in his hands thinking, oh my days. Mind you, nothing against Northerners, but he was Northern, so they said they won't hold that against him. But they they said, "Oh, would you want to come on next week instead?" And he got really irate, didn't he? And that was terrible. But class at the same time, yeah, you're right. Pat was sitting there trying not to wet himself. The other guy buggered off to get a beer, and what was the other guy's name? Anonymous, wasn't he? I don't think he actually said too much. I don't think he was very impressed either, to be fair. But who goes to speak to the Rev and then end up not thinking they're live? I mean, it's just weird, if you ask me. They could have had Kringle on. I read that and thought, yeah, they could have had a Kringle in that time, but yeah, probably could have had a Kringle and a tea, a 5-course meal before that guy realised he was live.
Speaking of Kringles, did you get yours?
Right, I've got an update on that. The actual company, they said that they've been around here 4 times. Well, not here, because the times they said I've actually been home, so I think they've like tried it at the wrong house, or just not knocked on the door, or who knows. I was awake for like bloody 6 days in a row. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Weirdos. I don't know. Oh, D. Johns, don't swear at me putting on a roast dinner. Do you fancy hopping on a plane to America, Tonkin, and get some decent food?
Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Saves me cooking.
What about you, Lynch? Do you fancy popping over to the USA and have a decent meal? Oh, no, I know who Kringle is. I don't mind. I haven't been on Jamie's for quite a while, but I've really been on many YouTube sites for a while now. It's out of choice, really, until I get fully better and stronger, but I don't like all the drama. I mean, I know Jamie's not drama himself, but some of the people that were in there at one point were causing so much shit and drama. I was like, oh, get me out of here before I kill somebody. When I get heated like that, it's not good. But now I've had some of my treatment, I'm a little bit more placid, so to speak. Well, neither do I, but we could sweet talk customs. What do you reckon? So you will let us know, or we give you the Kung Flu. I'm kidding, by the way. Yeah, we'll end up in Nick and having to eat their food. Ew.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather eat dog food, I think, but hey. I think we're both okay, Lindsay, thank you. What about your kids? Are they all right? Well, it is worth a try, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I need to put on weight, not lose weight with prison food. I think I'd lose quite a bit, you know. I've been told I'm too skinny as it is, but it is what it is. Well, we're going to talk male mental health, but we've got 2 women in the chat at the moment. What do you think? What would you guys like to talk about? Because I say I do not mind to a degree. It can be anything really, but we will touch on the male side of it at some point. Oh, I'm glad they're good. Hi, Clint. Oh, another victim. You can jump up, Clint. Oh, God, I didn't even pin the link. I keep on forgetting to do that. Normally I do it the first thing I come in, you know. I've been forgetting because I haven't been really doing many of my own live streams recently. Just saying that I've done 2, haven't I, recently? I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, you did do a couple, yeah.
How can I forget me doing my own live stream? this is the thing, like when you have like 6 days of no sleep and your brain goes completely scatty, that you don't know what you've done and what you haven't done, and all the days mix into one, and then you've got to deal with people like Tonkin on a daily basis, and that makes your mind go even worse, because he is what good.
Hey, no,
It's true
you're
though,
throwing
isn't
me
it?
under the bus. Okay.
Oh, you want to talk about throwing under the bloody
Yeah, go on.
bus? What about last night, you? No, that was the biggest throwing under a bus I think that you could ever have done. If a certain person like reads that stream, I'm going to be in bloody trouble because he's going to think it was me. I had nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but I'm sure he'll know it's all down to me, really. So, and I'll tell him that.
Oh, when are you going to do that exactly?
If he gives you any hassle, you know. Well, you know, if he catches you before I do.
What do you mean if he catches me? It's not a fucking race.
I mean, he's getting out his net.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just got back from walking Rosie. How's she doing without her companion? Because you guys that don't know, Clint lost his fur baby recently, and beautiful dog. And when dogs lose other dogs, it's bad. I mean, I know what my first working dog was like when she lost my male cat. Well, when she lost both male cats, actually. I mean, it was lost one, and then the year later I lost the other one within days of each other, so they got near enough the same anniversary, which is a bit freaky actually, but very weird. And she'd be hunting around for the cats for ages, and it's like, oh, well, what do you do in that situation? You can't explain to them because they don't know. I don't speak dog. It's really difficult when that happens because they can feel your mourning as well. They don't understand. It's difficult in that situation. Yeah, I know we've all lost animals in that, but it's hard on the other animals you have because they do not get it. And then I rescued Callie a few months later. Yeah, they sort of got on fine and that, but the dog wasn't too sure about this tiny little kitten that was a rebel. I mean, she was a right nightmare, you know, but it is what it is, you know. She soon like got rather big and got a little bit tamer, and then they used to sleep together and that, so it was all good, but it certainly isn't the same. How is Max coping with it, Clint? Is she better or not? That must have affected her quite hard as well, because they've not been able to get out the house so much. And I know you've got the car now, but it's not the same when you're in a chair to be able to get out on your own and that and do things. Because I don't know what her limitations are, you know. Oh, my dog is just trashing the recycling again. I'm going to have to ask the council if there's another way of doing this, because I can't keep on doing this every day. It's driving me up the bloody wall. This is a mental health panel after all. Does anyone want a dog? Come here, Leo. Come here. Come on. Gentle. Acid, just stick your wet snout in my eyeball. Thank you. Ew. Oh, fucking hell. Excuse my language, guys, but I just got wet snout in my eyeball and it rather fucking hurts.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, what can you do?
But you know you'll never give him up. You need him too much.
Oh no, I know that. Oh, I was actually joking about. Who be brave enough to take this rogue on? I mean, yeah, he's good at his job, granted, but he takes up the whole of your bed. You can't go for a wee on your own.
Oh God.
He will sit there, but when you're eating your food, he will sit there and he'll be dribbling the whole bloody time, and you're looking at thinking, "Oh my days, please stop." Then, obviously, if you're a YouTuber, he will make loads of noise while you're doing your live streams. He will suck on your toes, which is rather disgusting because I've got ticklish feet and I do not like people touching my feet. So he starts licking my feet, and I don't know if I start screaming down the mic, and it's like, fuck. Because I don't have I'm going to get one for my laptop, and you could be able to see what's going on. Then you'll probably be laughing with it. Well, I'm not really laughing at the time, but I can laugh at it later on. You can sort of like see what a little terror he is. Because then he dives in the recycling, makes as much noise as possible, and then starts the cats off, and then they start doing it as well. And it's just like a 3-animal pile up. And yeah, you try to like concentrate on like doing lives and forming questions, and all you can hear is bloody them jumping in the plastic bottles, rolling around in the paper and cardboard, and it's like, oh, for goodness sake, give me a break. Actually, little people like round here be a learning camp, wouldn't it, for patience with animals?
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon that would take off?
I think it will.
Hi, PDF.
Hey, PDF.
You could jump up if you want. I say we are going to be predominantly talking about male mental health, but we'll wait for a few more men to jump in here because obviously I'm not a man. Well, I was the last time I heard not a man, that is. Not that I was one. That came out wrong.
It's all right. We don't need you to show proof.
Oh, it's probably like you guys out there probably would. Cheeky sods. No, I'm definitely female. I could safely say that. Just speak to my ex-husband. He'll tell you I'm female. Right? Hi, Moscow. You alright? So what have you been up to, PDF? Because I know you've done a few streams recently, but normally when you're live, I'm like half sort of like comatose after having seizures, or going live myself, which I wish we wouldn't clash so much, but I've not been on the hormone blockers. No. Are you saying I need to or something, you cheeky git? You like the ladies what better than men? Do you want to explain that, Peter? Because that's a rather vague statement. And I'm not laughing at you, by the way. Oh God, I'm going to stop doing that because people think, oh, this girl's a white raving bitch. She keeps on laughing at me. Just because it's laugh in general. But hey, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that they don't like cursing. You're right, but Brits, Irish and Scottish and that, we curse like truckers, so we can't help it. It is who we are, and yeah, I don't use certain words, I must say, but a few F-bombs come flying out and that, but it could be a lot worse. No, I could be causing loads of drama. could be trolling people. I could be making people's lives a living hell. I don't do that. So what would they rather? A few swear words here and there, or me being a raving biatch from hell? You know, it is what it is. No. I'm not having a sex change. No. I should have worded that a lot better, shouldn't I? Oh, bloody Nora. Oh, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? Where I'm just going to be like, you know, digging it myself a few trenches. I can just jump in there and just let Tonkin take over.
Hey, I'll just let you dig your own trenches. Sometimes I help. But, hey.
Well, it's exactly. I mean, at least I'm not using the C word every other word. I mean, I tend not to use that word. I mean, I think I've only used it twice this week, and that was that's highly unusual for me.
I think one of them was directed at me, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually.
Oh yeah.
How many times in the whole time you've known me have you heard me use a C word?
Hardly ever. So, yeah. When you use it, I know you are really
Moscow, are you like trying to say something about me here, my age, or what? You want to kick up the arse? Thank you, I am not. Unlike Si the other day, I mean, what a cheeky sod he was.
Yes,
Trying to say I was older than him. I mean, fucking hell. I forgave him that idea. And then he tried to say I was older than that, and I'm like, count to 10 or 20 or 30, and he's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, oh dear. And then luckily then, Dwayne actually went on another live which distracted Si, and then he sort of like took his sights off of being my age and then went on to something else. I was like, yes. Thank you, Dwayne, for like doing that, even though it wound Si up even more. But hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
Now you can jump up in Moscow if you want. So I don't know. Was it you that you said that you suffer with terrors as well? Because this might be a topic to talk about, because I suffer with night and day terrors. So does Tonkin.
Well, night terrors, day terrors. So I'm all right during the day.
But if you sleep during the day,
yeah,
then they turn into day terrors. Exactly. So it's a weird thing, isn't it? I mean, I can think of at least 10 people that I know that suffer with it, and what is the answer to that? Because I have tried everything I can think of to get rid of it, and it doesn't work. It's it's one of those subjects where I just do not know what to do to turn it off. And you can't just keep on going with it, because the more and more intense they get. So you either go like with days and days and days of no sleep, which, I mean, that just made me go cranky as hell, but your head sort of like switches it to itself where it thinks it's protecting yourself by not sleeping, but in fact it's making you worse on other levels for not doing that. But then again, you don't have to go through having the roses turn up on your doorstep because you're screaming the house down and don't know you're doing it. And then there's the times when you don't know whether you're asleep or awake.
Yeah.
It's getting to that stage now where, it was last month in particular, there was at least 6 times where I didn't know whether I was awake or asleep.
I completely understand.
4 of those times I actually was awake. because I came to outside, which is rather embarrassing. And I was actually, well, one of the times I was on a bus with Leo. I mean, how the hell that happened, I do not know. And I thought, how the fuck did I get on this bus? Shit. I mean, I don't know whether I'd speak to the doctor about it or not, because if I do that, they're just going to want to dose you up. But is that going to stop it? Probably not.
Well, I've been suffering for like 18 years, and over the past few years it has eased off a bit. But when it was at its bad state, yeah, I couldn't control my anger. I was always self-medicating a lot. Yeah.
Well, it would have been embarrassing though, Moscow, if I weren't dressed properly, but luckily I was. Because could you imagine like being half naked on a bus? I mean, with your dog. I mean,
Yeah.
they probably think, hey, what's she been up to? But no, I just was highly embarrassed because I didn't know how I got there, why I was there, and how long I'd actually been on that bus for. I mean, weird, very weird. I mean, it never used to be that bad, and yeah, I've had terrors for a while now, but since I started my treatment, they've been getting a lot more intense. So is that my brain's way of processing all of this and trying to separate it all, or trying to understand it all? But it's all mixed in. I do not understand it. I mean, I'm going to turn into a dream expert at this rate, but it's not good. I mean, I don't get more than, well, it depends on how many seizures I've had, but I don't get more than 3 solid hours of sleep in any one time, really, unless I've had lots of seizures and I get more, but then I'm knocked out for half of that, so it doesn't really count as sleep. So before any of this happened, I'd easily be able to get 8-9 hours sleep a night, uninterrupted, and all that. My sleep was the one thing I could rely on, but now all bets are off. It's like really strange that you can get to that stage where the one thing you could rely on is not there anymore, and it's like, what the hell do you do now?
Yeah, I feel for you, because you go through an awful lot. It just makes me think what I go through, and my problems are just minuscule compared to what you do.
I don't think of it like that though, because you're still going through the same thing as I am, but I've just got different issues going on. So
yeah, you've got a lot more stuff piling on top, so it's harder for you.
But for me, mine's still like fresh and raw in comparison, because yours has been going on for quite a long time, and
Yeah.
and I know other people's has been a lot longer. So, but I don't know whether the treatment's working or not, or whether it's supposed to do that or not. I'm not an expert in this. I mean, if I hadn't been told the second time that it was my fault and I asked for it when I went for help, it would have been a whole lot different.
Yeah, well, that woman, she was just totally out of order, and she had no clue. You know.
Well, yeah, but at the time, see, when you've just been through trauma like that, you don't want to be hearing that shit.
No, you don't.
And you have all these feelings go around in your head enough that could I have done something different to prevent this, but you really can't, because I think that would have happened regardless whether it had been that day or another day, because of that guy's mentality afterwards, because I don't know. It's weird when you break up with an ex and that they don't take it very well. They don't want to take no for an answer. They want you back and you don't want to know. And well, I'm sure everybody's had relationships like that, but it should end there, not escalate to some other different things which turn violent, or you have to get restraining orders for, and that kind of mess. It's crazy, but that actually put me off getting help for any of my other things that I had going on.
Well, hey, Slow Burner.
Hi, Pap.
I'm Pap. How you
Hi,
doing?
Berner. And nice work you yesterday, Pap, on Rev's site. I mean, my goodness me. I was just talking to Linz about that guy that came on and didn't know he was on for 20 minutes. I mean, I thought, have I just come into the right channel, or am I in the bloody Twilight Zone here? Because the look on your face is priceless, by the way, Pap. It's been similar to like when you've been on your channel and either like myself or Dee Dee or someone else has called you up and given you a right hard time, and the look on your face is like, oh God, get me out of here. It was similar to that, but a little bit worse. It was funny. Oh, she did that. Oh my God. How much hot coffee did she pour on you? Oh my days. I mean, ouch. I mean, hopefully you was dressed at the time, because if you weren't, fucking hell, that's evil. I mean, the £2,000 worth of phones, that's replaceable, but your health and that's not. That's the way I see it anyway. Yeah, that Scouser was a crank, I must say, but poor Rev, I mean, he didn't know whether he was coming or going, did he, bless him? I did send him a message afterwards to sort of like say, oh, don't worry about it, chin up and all that, but oh, it's only 2 months ago. Oh shit. That's all right, right? You can come up if you want. I say anybody's welcome to jump up and that. Well, like I say, it's supposed to be like a male mental health panel today, but we started because there were females in the room, but no, there's more. Oh, Leo, he's sticking his nose right in my armpit. Oh, he's just trying to put me off, but yeah, it's all good. Oh, you're sleeping now, going, Pat, because your sleep patterns are off as well, aren't they? For a while, if I remember rightly what you were saying to me. And even for you, right, as well, your sleep isn't too good either, is it? So that's everybody has got some kind of sleep problems on here. I don't know about D Johns, whether you've got sleep problems or not, but sounds like everybody else on here has. So this probably be the perfect time to talk about this then. I wasn't going to go right out the gate with this one, but why not? So how long have you been dealing with yours, Tonkin? Let's start with you.
Well, it's been about 18 years. At first, it was real bad. I was in a bad state. My anger used to get the better of me a lot, because what happened to me, and I felt I could have tried to do more. I just had to realise I couldn't. It wasn't my fault. So.
I don't think it's ever about fault, though, is it? I mean, temper has always been an issue for you, though, hasn't it? But
yeah.
But do you think your temper's like come because of your pain?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was because of my pain and anger. It wasn't much for me because it was what I went through. It was a few of us. Well, it's hard for me to talk about still.
I know.
I lost a dear friend.
I'm sorry. You all right there, right?
Oh yeah, I just woke up. Just woke up.
It's your sound. Don't know what you're doing to your mic there, but
Oh, going on. Let me try it again. I'll come back. I got
all right.
that Firefox. I don't know if something's going on with this thing.
I would try Chrome. Chrome's better,
Oh, okay.
but Chrome is better for this kind of thing anyway.
All right, I'll do that right now. Then I'll be back.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Pap, Teddy's lives matter.
Yeah, they do. I think Dwayne can vouch for that.
Oh, behave yourself. For goodness sake, Tonkin.
Oh well.
So, what would you say was the actual start of your anger? I mean, can you actually pinpoint it, or haven't you done that yet? Leo, will you get off my foot? Get your fat ass off my foot.
Well, the anger just started straight off in the because I was just powerless, you know.
What's it? So you've always been angry as a baby? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. When did
I
it?
wasn't angry as a baby and anything. I was always an outgoing, happy person, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when what happened to me, it was just straight after that. It just changed, and I just had so much anger. You know, I was punishing myself and punishing others, you know. It wasn't their fault.
So how did you deal with that?
Well, I didn't deal with it good at first. You know, I was abusing the drink and drugs an awful lot. You know, didn't have. I basically went through a stage where I just didn't feel like it was worth living for a stage, you know. And I met someone who sort of helped me bring me back round.
I think a lot of us have probably been there in regards to either drink or drugs or a combination of both.
I still had the anger and the anguish and everything. And
well, yeah, this is the thing about drinking drugs and anything else. It masks what you're feeling. You may feel better in the short term, but like Tonkin just said, it's always going to be there. So when you've been on your come down or whatever, or the hangover or both, you're always going to come back to that. And until you get to the root of what's causing your issues, it's never going to get better for you.
yeah.
And understanding what these core issues are and trying to find ways of making it better without the substance abuse or abusing yourself in other ways, like putting yourself in relationships which know that they aren't any good for you, but you feel that you deserve it. Like, abusing yourself in that way, people do that. There's so many ways of abusing yourself, and that's it. It's never the answer.
Yep. Yeah.
But you never want to go back, do you, to your actual core self and think, why am I like this? What has actually caused this issue? And you think it's like one thing, and then you find out it's not that, it's something else. And you've got to look real deep into yourself and think. I've got to change. And a lot of people don't even get to that stage. They think that they can handle the drink, they can handle the drugs. It's not going to take over their lives and that, but it always does in one shape or form. And that is never the answer. I mean, for me, I was never an alcoholic or anything like that. I've never really, yeah, I used to like to drink here and there, but it never got to that stage. But because I saw a lot of alcoholism growing up, I saw it from that sort of side. So I knew that wasn't the answer for me, because if I'd have gone down that road, my God, that would not have been good for me. And with all my issues now. Oh, wow, I'm sorry, Gan. You all right?
How's it sound now?
Oh, that's a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Firefox. I was right then. So yeah, thank you for to confirm it.
Yeah.
Go on, I'll keep
Well,
quiet so you can talk
well,
there.
no, Dan's saying he's had Angus and having depression since 15. Took years to realise that it was anger with myself, but was taking it out on others. But that is what you do. You do lash out. Yeah, drink enhances your feelings. It does. Of course it does. Well, so do drugs, in fact. Illicit drugs we're talking about. I mean, prescription drugs I'm not an expert on, but I have seen a lot of people on a lot of drugs when I used to go like Coach Corinne and that. So from that aspect, I've seen a lot of drug addictions and all kinds of addictions, really. Well, at least you didn't miss your son being born, Dan. I mean, that's good. Hi, Lulu. Well, you can jump up here if you like as well, darling. You're quite welcome to. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, right? It's fine.
What?
Well, I'm sure you might want to talk about male mental health here, because like talking, I was saying, it's never talked about enough. Women talk about their feelings. Well, not all women, granted, but a lot of them talk about their feelings a lot. But a lot of men don't. They like to bottle it up and all of that. And
Well, can I get a cup of coffee and I'll be right back? I just woke up. I'll listen.
Of course you can.
Thank you. Good
I'm not
morning,
going to say.
Pumpkin.
I'm not going to say no, am I?
Oh, bless your heart. Oh, good morning, Pumpkin.
Morning, Chad.
Morning, Rose. Hey, Chad.
No, I get you, Dan, because you had all your issues before, which you were trying to get on top of, which isn't easy. And then you had your stroke, so I totally get how you're feeling, because you've got to retrain your body to do certain things, like basic things. I mean, I know how bad my mum got when she had her strokes, when she had loads in total, and all at different times in her life as well. And it was always on the same side. It was her left side, and it was getting weaker, and then she'd get strongish again, and then she'd have another one and go through exactly the same thing. So it's a bit like Groundhog Day for her, but with strokes, and it was never good. And that affected her mental well-being as well, because my mum, she always used to be a happy-go-lucky person and caring and all of that, and then she changed a lot. She got quite dark with it, which I didn't mind, because I could see that happening in her, and I tried to do as much as I could for her. But you can only do so much to help somebody. It's got to come from within yourself, really, you know. But I wouldn't know what it's like actually having a stroke and having to deal with that. I mean, it's got to be hard, especially for yourself, you know, running a big channel. You was very busy all the time, and then that happens, and I know it gave you a bit of a shock. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, sweetie, how everybody doing?
Oh, good morning to your dog.
Yeah, he was just trying to do a little whine. I just carried him all out to use the bathroom. Hey, Lulu. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Tonkin. Hey, Rice.
Hey, Michelle.
I think you've spoken to Lulu before, Dan. When you've been on my channel before, but it's been briefly. But no, yeah, I think you get on quite well. I'm hearing feedback.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna have to drop down. Let me drop down and come back up.
If you've got your speakerphone on, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, let me drop down and I'll come right back.
Okay. Are you okay anyway, Lulu? Because you didn't sound too well the last time I heard you on YouTube. I don't know whether that's the case or not, but are you okay, or did I read that situation wrong?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No feedback?
No, all I can hear is your dog drinking water.
Yeah, trying to get him settled back down. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, anyone can come up. Chad, if you want to jump up. Dan, if you want to jump up, it's fine by me.
Yeah, Chad, come on up.
No, because say, Dan, if you get bored, you can always pick up the phone, you know. You have my number. I don't mind. I don't know whether you know Dan, do you, Tonkin?
Yeah, I do. I've followed his channel for quite a while. He's a good guy.
He is.
It's just what he's going through at the moment. Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot, you know, a lot to deal with.
Of course. And a lot of it I won't put out on a live stream, but you know, it's up to him what he wants to put out there, and that because I've had lots of people ask me lots of things, and I sort of like say, well, you should ask him yourself, you know. I don't want to like put anything out there just in case.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, come on up because I want to talk to you for a second, buddy.
Oh, he's just got up, so he's going to get a coffee.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is a thing, isn't it? I actually gave up caffeine, so I don't actually need coffee anymore. Well, I never used to drink coffee anyway, but tea. Leah, will you get your paw out my belly? Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Right. You're still a messenger, aren't you, Dan? I will put it on there. I will put it in messenger for you, Dan, and because I sent you quite a few, so I just thought you were busy or whatever, or you were tired. You know what it's like when you do have. Leo, will you get your paw out my stomach? For goodness sake. God, God, this dog is bigger than me, and he thinks he can put his paw on my stomach and use me as a table or something to lean on.
Wow.
It hurts when they put their paws in your belly.
Yeah, mine don't. They know better.
Well, no, I mean, he's laying on my bed at the moment, so he hasn't really got much leverage, so he's having to use me, bless him. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I will put the number of Messenger on that, and call any time you want. I don't mind. I'm a bit of an insomniac right now. It's a nightmare. Yeah, so we're basically talking about insomnia and night terrors.
Well, welcome to my world and your world.
Well, it's everybody's world in this in this room right now, because like I say, everybody that's come in here has got some kind of night terrors and shit. So
Yeah.
we're trying to work out what the answer is to it.
Did you have a chance to go some of that material I sent you?
I've read some of it. I'm going to send it to Tonkin once I've done this stream, because I was going to do it before, but I'm thinking it's going to slow up my internet if it takes time to send it to him. It did take quite a bit of time, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it did for me for a minute, but because some of the PDF files were slow, but it was also raining and storming here too, so that could have had a lot to do with it as well. So
Possibly.
yeah, so
Some of that stuff is well out there, though, and you think, my God. But I will get through it all, I must admit. But
yeah, but you never know. Like I said, some of that stuff, Tonkin would be like, wow, raise his eyebrows up.
you've got a council tax summons?
Oh, jeez.
But because of your situation, shouldn't you be getting some kind of relief for that? Because you're not working, so, and you can't because of your situation, so you should be getting relief for that. Am I wrong there, Tonkin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can get relief for it, but it's just so much hassle getting through the paperwork and going through it, and you've got to get to the right people all the time. So
If I remember, though, the council tax one is a lot easier. That's the easiest form out of them all, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the finished one.
Yeah, but when I was out of work for 5 years because I couldn't physically work, and that, I just put it off for the first two and a half years. I wasn't claiming nothing because I just thought it's just too much of a hassle. I felt like I didn't deserve it in a way as well.
Good
I
morning.
beat myself up big time then.
Morning.
Hey,
Good
Chad.
morning. Hey, Chad.
Good morning, Michelle. Morning, talking. I'd say morning to the guy in the upper corner, but apparently he's still making his coffee.
Must be one big fucking cup of coffee. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What is it, a 2-litre one or something? Or do you just like put it in the vein?
Yeah, sometimes I need coffee intravenously. Yeah.
I feel that way too sometimes.
Ever since I gave up caffeine and that, I do not need any of that. And I never really used to be a morning person at all. This was such a crabby cow in the morning, but ever since I stopped drinking caffeine, I'm actually a lot happier in the mornings. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad. Since the doctor's changed my diet where I'm not having too much sugar or salt or any of that, I'm actually a lot happier. even though I've got all that other crap going on, I'm not happier for it. So I'm like, thank you for the doctors for doing it and making me change my diet. And even though I didn't really need to go on a diet because my weight's always been very good, but what you do eat does affect your head, believe it or not, even if it hasn't helped the seizure part of it, but it's helped other parts of my head and personality and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be worth thinking about, that it could be what your intake is, to how you're sleeping and what your dreams are about and all of that. I'm not saying it might help, it might not, but it might be worth a try. Mind you, I don't know what you'd be like without any caffeine, but
Well, you don't want to see Chad with no coffee. Not yet. The world's not ready for that yet.
Hey, Chad,
I
did you get all
remember-
my emails?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
well, I know that we were talking about that last night, weren't we, Chad? So
Yes, I'm still on the third one.
oh, Pap, you tell me, I was always happiest when I woke up with a VJ in the morning after make 2 of a coffee. I'd agree with that, Dan. I really would, because
Yeah, I
6
agree.
in the
That's
mornings, it's like,
the best thing. Yeah.
OMG, you know.
Yeah, Chad, so you say you're still on the third one. Which one is that?
The third one you sent me.
Oh, okay.
So what do you mean you get a discount? I thought, because if you get
One of them,
like
just be real careful.
disability benefits and stuff like that, then you shouldn't be paying council tax at all.
The first one.
I would ask them to look into that, Dan, because that doesn't sound right to me because of your situation. So I would get them to look into that and appeal their decision if you can. Put it up for mandatory reconsideration if possible, because you shouldn't be paying anything in your position. A reduction. That's bullshit if you ask me. I don't mean that you're lying or anything like that. I mean, they're doing it, not you. You know, bloody government agencies. They never tell you what you're entitled to. You have to fight tooth and nail for everything. That pisses me off.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. Still doing.
Well, Dan at the moment, he's recovering from stroke, so he doesn't need this stress. He doesn't need this hassle.
No. Yeah, Chad, that one document, just be careful because it says read and destroy document down at the bottom of it on the first page.
Do you really want to be saying this on the live stream?
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just letting you know just to be careful.
I noticed. I noticed that. Yeah.
Don't send it to nobody.
I saw nothing. I know nothing.
All right. Just want to let you know.
If it's to do with housing benefit, Dan, you might want to ask, what payment is it? Discretionary housing payment or something, where they pay the
Delete some
shortfall
of
of
the
your...
stuff I send her. Especially that toy, that hammer.
Oh, that was disgraceful. Yeah, discretionary housing payment where the council pay the shortfall and then you wouldn't be paying any council tax at all. That might be possible if that's the reason. But you shouldn't be paying anything in your situation at all.
Hey,
I'm
Rights.
watching our Rights, are you there?
Muting himself again.
Yeah. Right here. Everybody,
Okay.
yeah, right here. Just trying to get a cup of coffee.
That must have been one hell of a damn coffee.
How
Got a
big's
hole in
that
the
cup of coffee?
Huh? Right here, you guys, ladies.
How big is that cup of coffee?
Well, it's big. Trust me, it's big.
It must
It's
have
like,
one hell of a hole in the bottom of it. The way
it,
it goes for you.
The floor is wet.
oh, hold on, guys. I just got the floor is wet here. Hold on.
Well, you missed the toilet, did you?
My wife would kick the shit out of me. Hold on. I go to the kitchen. I'll be right back.
All right.
You want to make sure there's at least one guy on the panel?
Yeah,
I'll protect him.
Chad,
Don't worry. No trouble.
Hey Chad, I did send you my burn phone number.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, call me anytime that you need.
Okay.
And so, what about your sleeping and night terrors and stuff, Chad?
I have
Hi,
them,
Denny.
but not as frequent as I used to. My night terrors are usually depends on what's going on in the day, how bad they are.
And what actually triggered them, do you think? Do you actually know, or not yet?
My regular night terrors, well, a lot of them are related to 9/11 and the aftermath.
Right.
I worked in a call center, and I dealt with, believe me, so much, like some things like I can't even still talk about.
Well, you don't have
A
to.
lot of people, like I had one I don't have a problem talking about, but not getting into too much detail because it really triggers me. But I had a young lady who wasn't any more than 14, 15 years old that was stuck underneath rubble trying to call 911 in the States, and I was in Canada, and unfortunately we couldn't transfer to 911 in the States. And she wouldn't have anything to hear about it, and she was calling me every name in the book, and I think she even invented a few. Because I wouldn't transfer to 911, and then all of a sudden the call got disconnected. Hey, Lulu.
Hey, Lulu.
Hey,
How
good
are you
morning, good
doing?
afternoon.
Hey Lulu, sweetie pie, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you, Michelle?
Doing fine. I still watch your videos when
Yay!
I'm subbed to your videos, your cooking videos. You always make me hungry.
Yeah, I'm going to catch up
Oh,
on that turkey one that you done. Was it yesterday or
oh
this
my God,
morning?
that was delicious. Yes, the empanadas were so good. The burrito. Oh my God, the burrito was the best out of everything.
Have you got a cold?
No,
Your throat's sounding really
that's with all the
different.
shit, that I'm going through. So maybe that's why I sound like that.
Okay, so I was right. You didn't sound just that right. Okay, I'll leave it there. But no, you didn't. When I heard you last, I was like, that didn't sound like Lulu. It was obviously it
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Lulu,
I'm okay. What you heard is true. Yeah, I'm a little thick, but nothing that Lulu can't fight off.
yeah, Lulu,
It's
just remember
just
a
going to
girl.
take time. Yeah.
Lulu, just remember a girl's best friend is always an cast iron skillet in hand.
Oh, I have one of those. I almost hit Nick over the head with it the other day.
Nice.
That's a girl.
Tempting, isn't it, all the time?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
my best friend.
he should know I'm waiting for him to slip up, right?
Yes, I already told them about you.
I think
Oi, oi, oi.
we're all waiting for Nick to slip up.
Oh my God, you
Well,
guys
I
are too
mean, most of
cute.
the men on planet Earth are waiting for that dude to slip up, but I'm saying I got my eye on him.
Oh, Dennison, you're such a sweetheart. Where
I
have you been, Dennison?
I've been around, baby. You know me.
Yeah, I think it's me that hasn't been around. I haven't really been around that much. I go on for a few and then I just get off.
Yeah.
we all like to get off now and then.
No, I like to stay on.
You had to. Oh wow. Okay. That was a nice little game of tennis you guys just played.
Yep,
Yes,
it sure is.
I like to stay on.
Yep.
I'd like to get off.
Well, yeah, when you're
Wax
done,
on,
then that's a
wax
different
off.
story.
Wax on, wax off.
Why is it whenever Lulu comes up, we're either talking about sex or food? Do they go hand in hand?
They certainly
Oh,
do.
why is that? It's such a strange mystery. I could not
And-
ponder the possible answer.
Especially when you're eating food of somebody's body, that's even better.
Oh,
really
look at
not, though.
DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, look at DJ. Oh, don't get her started.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't get her started. You're right, Lulu. Mm.
Oh my
We
God.
gotta keep an eye on her. When our sister.
Personally, I found that wasn't
It
what it was
keeps
cracked
your
up to
meals
be.
interesting. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're saying a lot this morning.
Yeah.
It's been one of them mornings. What can I say?
I believe you've already said it.
I haven't.
She
No,
probably
no,
already-
I really haven't.
She probably already did the deed last night. That's why she's talking like that.
No, I actually haven't.
Oh,
No, I was in Steve's room last night with Tonkin actually. So no, I wasn't doing anything kinky last night at all.
Oh,
yeah, no, with Tonkin, you know, because that guy.
That's the
He
kid.
doesn't,
You know,
he doesn't get kinky.
Choc-
Tonkin
choc-
doesn't get kinky.
This could be a topic for the panel. Chocolate or whipped cream?
both.
I like both.
Both.
They go together.
Wow. Which did you use first? Because
I would use.
Because if you think chocolate's harder to get off, so
not unless it's heated up.
Right.
no, obviously, but if warm chocolate is harder to get off than cream is. Come on.
But the idea is not to wait till it dries up. You suck it up right away. You don't wait.
Right.
You
No,
go for it,
but
girl.
it's still harder because
Jesus
it's actually more dense. That's what I'm. For goodness sake,
This is a waste of chocolate. Okay?
It's the laws of physics here.
And when my body, listen, when my body heat, that chocolate will melt so quickly.
Wow, really, Lulu? Really?
Yeah, I know we can get body chocolate. This is what I was sort of talking about. But cream and chocolate is harder.
I don't need an excuse to put a woman's body in my mouth. Like, chocolate is for after.
We're gonna have to start looking at you. Mm-hmm.
Or in between.
In between, okay, there you go. There you go.
You guys, it's so early.
I'm hungry all of a sudden.
Oh, DJ's hungry. You men are all in trouble.
Yeah, the men are in trouble.
Yep.
Lindsay, this is your fault.
Look, you even made Chad choke.
No, I haven't. I haven't eaten anybody's underwear. No, edible underwear. I've never tried that. Has anybody else tried that?
What,
no, but I would like to.
Yes, I've tried all that stuff. It's not what it's cracked up to be.
Okay. Well, we can
No,
make
it's not.
It's just a waste of time that could otherwise be used for more effective forms of foreplay.
Ooh. Who said anything about foreplay?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you could have foreplay. Come on, now. Stop being stingy. It's just as good to have foreplay with a man than it is with a man to have foreplay on a woman. You've got to
I'm just saying, I like to
balance it out.
I like foreplay. I prefer 9 play, 10 play, 11 play.
All
Let's
day
just play, right?
and then and then you get to it. But when you've had like a few hours of just winding each other up way too much, and then
I mean, there's 7 days in a week. There's no need to rush it.
Yeah, no need at all.
No. No.
But I do like to get to business. Once we get started, I like to get down.
The business.
Oh dear, we're gonna have the whole of bloody YouTube up here at this rate.
Oh my God.
Oh shit! Is this on the internet right now?
Oh, we're in
oh, shit.
trouble.
I think it might well be. At least I at least haven't put it on multiple platforms yet.
Lulu,
Go ahead,
Lulu
put it.
said,
Let's
"Oh,
see.
wait, knock me right off my damn perch."
What happened, right?
That's
I
awesome. I just called Tonkin Kinky and he's in the chat. I love it.
Oh.
What did you say, right?
I says, you were talking about foreplay and you knocked me right off my chat.
Oh shit! I can hear you now. What's up, Vets?
He suddenly got louder instead of weaker.
Yeah, I could hear him now. What's up, man?
Right?
Oh, me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I still have a sleep here. Everybody get a cup of coffee? Lulu?
We don't need
Yes.
the coffee. We just want you to speak.
Oh,
He spilled the last one. Lulu knocked him off the chat and knocked him out of the chair. He spilled his coffee. He's got to get another one now.
yeah. I got to call a plumber. I can't. I can fix it, but I can't do it myself. So I got to call a plumber now to fix what I can fix. That makes sense.
Wow. Yes.
Rotor, that's the name. That's what you got.
What happened is that Wrights is mesmerized by the conversation, by the topic at the moment, and that's why he's dropping stuff.
Yeah, because his wife got a frying pan in hand. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got it. I know, right? Yeah, I know.
That's his idea of foreplay, isn't it? Getting twatted around the head and the arse with a skillet.
It's a hard way to have a foreplay.
Well,
I think she
that is her paddle.
Well, I think she says four when she says that. Play. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think she may have got a bit mixed up, but I'm not going to put her straight because that sounds like fun to me.
Or there's four of us. Or there's four of us playing in the room.
Exactly.
Well, I need you women to come over and talk to my wife.
And why? What happened?
Well, she blames it on me that I piddled on the kitchen floor.
That you do what on the kitchen floor?
That I piddled on the kitchen floor.
You piddled.
You pissed?
Yeah, pissed. I call it. I was being nice out here. Piddled.
After our conversation, you shouldn't be. You just go
Well, I mean,
for what you want to think.
Well, Michelle, I'm bashful.
Bash,
yeah, right.
That you were like rushing to the bathroom, and some of it snuck out before you got there.
Oh my days, Lindsay! Goodness sake.
Like,
said if you're by yourself, then you just sit on your hand for 10 minutes until it goes numb, and then it feels like someone else.
She's never heard that one before.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but that's no. But that's only been for so long.
Yeah, we're just
So
saying.
much for mental health panel. I'd say.
Well, hey, according to Dr. Sue, who's a sex doctor out of Canada, a good way to mental health is to have a healthy sex life, or at least be
Nothing
willing
wrong.
to talk about it. Sex life.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's worth if you're getting some.
When Tonkin says he's fixing a cupboard door, is that like a euphemism for something?
I think it's an orgy for him.
No, he's actually fixing a cupboard door, Dennison.
Oh, okay.
I'm not touching that one.
That's why he's not.
I'm staying out of it.
That's what she said.
She said, "I'm not touching that."
Yeah, like I remember one time.
He actually messaged earlier, DJ. He says the reason why I dropped off, he says I had to run over to a neighbor's to help her fix a cupboard door.
Yeah, but see, That's what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what I used to say when I was I would say I was going on to fix her sink. And you know what fix her sink means.
Fixing her plumbing, yes. That can mean a lot of things.
Yeah, the dishwasher's not working. I gotta run over there real quick and help her fix her dishwasher. I'm just saying.
The pipes are broke.
I've been saying that for years.
There's
The
so
pipes
much
are
I could
clogged.
say.
You should say that too. Yeah.
Of course, he's the
You mean that?
man.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I've never used.
The toilet's leaking.
I've never used those terms, so I know what they're implying by them. Yes, but I've never used them personally.
Right? Because imagine telling a girl, hey, you want me to come over and fix your toilet? Is it leaking?
Do you need a sink to unplug your drain?
That what?
My days.
Oh my God.
I thought we were talking about plumbing. No?
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, we are right. It's not that kind of plumbing.
Well, it's bad enough. I when I walked in the kitchen with the water, I slipped, farted, and fell.
Oh my God.
How did you
Today?
get a gatito as your restream icon?
Well, at least you're unclogged now.
Ooh.
Hey,
Ooh,
Rice,
Denison.
you need some shock
No.
absorbers.
It's like above Chad's head.
I didn't.
No, but who should get that?
Hold up, Tonkin. You said Tracy is a good friend, and Liz is the one that broke the door. So
No.
what?
Hold on, the boss there.
Oh boy.
So his girlfriend went round to your neighbours to do whatever, and she ended up swinging from a door and breaking it. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're making dinner. Okay. Making dinner at 3 in the afternoon. Okay.
Well, it's
That's
10
an early
a.m.
dinner.
It's
I
10
haven't
a.m.
watched
here.
the most recent episode there, Lulu, but I watched the last one before it.
Yeah,
I wanna
on my
tell you
channel you're talking about?
Yes, your channel. I watched the one before the last one. It was like, oh, that looks so good.
The seafood?
Yes, the seafood.
Yeah, yeah. I love seafood. It's kind of too expensive, but you know, I'll treat myself to that every now and then. You know, it's so freaking good, especially the crab legs.
Yep. Smoked
I
crab
like-
or string crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
I like to say two
I love
things.
raw clams. You just put
Like-
hot sauce on them and some lemon juice and pieces of cilantro if you want, little bits. Oh my God, that tastes so freaking good. Aphrodisiac.
I would like
Yeah,
to say two things.
just like chocolate.
You had to
and
tie
aphrodisiac.
that knot at the end there, didn't you, Lulu? You had to bring it back
I
around.
just had to.
Everybody, about Lulu, I want to tell you right now, all of her food is 1 calorie. So you can eat all you want.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
I wish.
1 calorie.
Well, if you watch it
I
on YouTube,
wish.
it's only 1 calorie. If you're only watching it on YouTube, it's only 1 calorie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shit, watching it on YouTube is probably actually metabolic. You're probably burning calories.
There you
Yeah.
go. See, Denison knows it all.
Gets
That's
the
why we needed him
appetite
to come
going,
up.
Gets the salivation glands going, gets your juices flowing, and you're not eating anything.
All right,
So-
Dan. You woke up
talking
at
about-
7.
You don't
You
have
talk
the
about
other
food?
Lulu bringing it to you either.
The what?
And you don't have the lovely Lulu bringing it to you either.
Right? With just an apron on.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
She
Yeah.
went
Guys
there.
are going to go after you, Lulu.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
All right, that's
Just
it.
a-
I gotta go now.
Just an apron and thongs.
Really?
Thongs plural.
Really?
She went there.
And
I
a
thought you were
condom
only
hanging
supposed
out
to
my
wear.
mouth.
I thought you were only supposed to wear one at a time.
I like how DJ is on your shit right there. Like,
Yeah.
what do you?
And
what do you-
so
what do
thongs
you mean?
plural. I mean,
What do you mean?
do you need more than
thongs,
one pair?
bitch? It's thong. What is
I
this thong?
didn't
Yeah.
call her the B word.
You don't know what a thong is?
Of course, no, a bloody thong isn't wear them often enough. Fucking hell.
Well, I think she's critiquing your unnecessary pluralization of the word thong.
No, I'm sure she wears them too.
Oh, see what she did there?
Yeah, us girls always wear them.
Yes.
There's multiple
at a
thongs because
time.
you're there too, DJ. See how that works? See, I knew there was something I liked about you, Lulu.
Yeah, but I'm
Thank you.
I'm not wearing a thong right now.
Oh,
You- but
shit.
She's probably not wearing anything.
I'm actually dressed now. I am wearing.
But you could
That's
be though. I think that's the
That's
point,
it.
right?
I'm
You find-
wearing lace shorts right now, not a thong today. So there you go.
Oh, those are cute. Lace shorts.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Lay shorts?
Lace.
Yeah,
She said ladies or lace?
lace,
Lace.
Oh, lace.
and they're obviously
Hey, Bob.
ladies as well. For goodness' sake.
Bob, do you wear
Yeah, I
thong?
mean, what's wrong with
And
you?
they are not
Understand these things?
crotchless.
You don't wear a thong? Okay.
Not today. I'm not. No.
Who doesn't wear a thong?
My boss.
But you would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I'm
you would.
gonna find out.
Oh my god.
He should have figured that out by now, though.
Yeah.
Once or twice, I think I heard the drawer of the frying pan opening.
In my good days, she wears a chastity belt.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. She gets even with me.
She just dropped a pin in the room and everybody's silent on that last comment.
That's why I said it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, that was bad.
I was going to say, Lulu, have you ever suffered with night terrors, or is that just having a man next to you where they wiggle and knock you about a bit because they can't keep still? No, that's a bit of a pain in the arse and a terror, but
No, I can't make them sit still.
that's what I'm saying. Some men are fidgets, aren't they, and drive you up the bloody wall.
I don't know, because I fall asleep, right? And then I wake up 10 minutes later and he's already on top of me. So, I don't really like.
Everything is a
Okay,
setup.
then.
You see?
Oh.
You're lucky
Dennison?
out of an hour of conversation, be lucky to get 45 seconds of actual dialogue from Lulu. Otherwise, everything else is a setup. You're just lining up the next one for her to knock down.
Yeah, I'm just going to be quiet. That's
doing
impossible,
good.
right?
Oh, it's like that, is it? Okay.
Yes, right.
You're doing good.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I Stephen, I don't know him either. I know he's English and I know he's a twat, but he turned around and said that not to worry about it because what was it he exactly said? The people aren't going to follow it anyway. It isn't really that much to worry about and to carry on as normal. And he is the chief medical officer, so what do you do? It's talking about variants, and it's the people over here.
I can't believe that's Tunkin said that thongs are like dental floss for men.
They probably are, aren't they?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I could barely hear Michelle.
I said Tunkin in the side chat said that thongs are like dental floss for men.
Ah, yes, I saw that. He's got a lot of experience with them.
Oh, by the way, thanks for your help.
Well, Well, according to the
I tend to
Africans,
agree with
the, the,
Morgan there, like mental
they're
thoughts.
not saying it's nothing really to worry about. Quite a few scientists over here are saying the same thing, and people at Sage are wetting their knickers. So what you do? It's just like half of the people are saying one thing, the other half are saying the other, and it's all scare
Easy.
tactics, if you ask me. That they want another lockdown. Simple, isn't it?
Just go by the last 150 years of medical science and epidemiology. Coronaviruses are highly mutative and they tend to mutate towards a less deadly, more contagious strain. And then they become endemic. And vaccines are largely ineffective at preventing the spread or the infection of coronaviruses. That's why we have the common cold and we have influenza.
I just would like to mention something, and no, it has nothing to do with sex.
Wow. I don't believe you.
Fucking hell!
I can't believe
Is
it.
there a full moon already? Oh, it's
Yeah,
still
look.
daytime outside. Damn.
My granddaughter's right there in school, right? So 1 week you hear 3 kids have it, then the week after it's 10 kids. They're trying to instill fear
Mm-hmm.
in the parents so that they run and get the kids vaccinated.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just think that
Yep.
that's insane.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be vaccinating children, not against this thing. It doesn't hurt children.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's out there. I'm not saying it's not, but how on earth can they call it a vax when it doesn't protect you against it because you can still get it and pass it on to
Because
people? That's not a vaccine.
because it's marketing. It's a way for them to force everybody to do it, and they're making trillions of dollars.
Yeah,
The
but
whole world is being vaccinated right now.
it's still not a vaccine, though, is it? Because a vaccine protects you from
No,
something.
no, it's a treatment. It's a preventative treatment.
But that's what it should be called. A drug, not a
Yes,
vax.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
It's
you're
semantics to
100%
them,
correct
but
about that. And then if they did that, and they also said that there was like a 3% chance that it wouldn't do anything for you, and a 0.03% chance that you could be like disfigured or like disabled for the rest of your life, that would also be helpful too. If they did those things, then I could just keep my mouth shut and let people make their own personal choices, you know?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
what
but
annoys me in all of this, though, is all the talk about is it's affecting people's mental health as well. It's making people a lot more scared. It's making a lot
Yeah,
more people worse. So what do you do?
yeah. And it makes them
well,
feel hopeless too at a certain point. Like sometimes they're
And
not just scared.
suicidal.
Exactly. They're just like, I give up because the fear goes away and they're just like, oh, I'm just going to be afraid and alone forever and ever.
Hmm.
well, like the Veterans Administration and Rights knows this. The VA in here in the United States are forcing the vets to get vaccinated or they lose the benefits.
Yeah. Lose your benefits, lose your job, get treated like a second class citizen, be barred from government places, from travel,
Is
from.
that legal?
I mean, it depends what you mean by legal. Legal is whatever the fuck they do.
All right.
So they're
'Cause
so they don't have to follow any
the
laws or whatever. They can just do
no,
whatever they want with the American people, and that's about it.
correct.
Because supposedly it doesn't matter who's in office as president, the office of the president, whoever's president, is their main job is to protect the citizens of the United States, hands down.
Yeah, that's not.
And
That's
they
not
do
what I.
I thought it was to protect their own hides personally, but am I just being cynical?
Yeah, are we talking about supposed to be's or actuals is?
Well, they
that's what it's
law.
supposed to be.
They actually made a law because I sent Chad a document and DJ when Bush did the run around on the Constitution to take away the the Fourth Amendment for search and seizures because of the FISA courts. They sat in there under they try to make law using the Federalist Papers, which is not part of the Constitution. They're just memoirs, and they made a document. In the document, it reads that the president, whoever's president, the office of the president, is to protect the people, regardless, hands down, of anything. And that's what they're going on. They already made it law. It was under Bush.
Well, he did a lot of shady things, I must admit. But
Yeah, that's what started the Patriot Act and so on.
I mean, ideally, you would have a president that would enforce the laws of the United States of America, and that'd be it. I don't need him to protect shit.
Right.
He's
I know. But
he's supposed to order the military around too, so that the military can't control itself, and that we have elected control over the military. But other than that, he's just supposed to read pieces of paper that tell him what he's supposed to do, and then he's supposed to enforce those things that are on that piece of paper. He's not supposed to have like his own, say so.
Oh, they put it in law. So back when Bush Jr. was in office before, and that's what started and what really started that was back then the FBI came. Bush found out about the carnivore program, which is the first phase of what they have now, more sophisticated. What they got now is more sophisticated than the carnivore program, but it was listening to everybody's emails and stuff. And
You mean Echelon?
I'm not going to say it's called the carnivore program.
The what? The what?
Carnivore
carnivore.
program.
Never heard of it.
It's computer. That's the first phase of what they have now. It's better now in their eyes, spying on us citizens and listening to our conversations, our emails, and whatever. That's what Snowden's over there hiding over in Russia for, because he worked on that platform. But the FBI told him it was illegal for him to do that here in the United States. So he had to make it legal. So that's when, right after 2 months later, then we're in a war. The boogeyman of Al Qaeda came over and did the 9/11 stuff, and then they made Congress went up there and hands down, and they made the Republican Party did all this crap of the Patriot Act and everything. So, and then we went to war. He said, "Well, see you soon." And he made that little threat on TV. And that's what got us into war over in Iraq, Afghanistan, all that crap over there. And that's the timeline on everything. But that's what started it all. And that document shows that they did a run around on the Constitution, trying to take the Fourth Amendment for the FISA courts. And so taking your rights away if you're a citizen for domestic terrorism. And now, since the so-called insurrectionists that happened in Congress here lately, they could actually, if they wanted to, they could use the FISA courts and put them underneath the military tribunal, and put them in an off-site black site prison somewhere, and they shouldn't even be held in the court system, because they gave their right up because they went against their own government, per se. That's what some people think. So
What was the last part you said?
that's what a lot of people think. That's what should
What was
have
the last
happened,
part you said?
That's what I said.
Repeat it, please.
I said that's what a lot of the people nowadays here in the States, or some people think that they should have been put in the FISA courts.
Can you repeat what you said right before that?
Trying to remember what I did say. What did I say? I don't. Somebody help me.
You were talking about the Fourth Amendment and the FISA courts, and then something, 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 and people believe that's why, and then I cut you off. Your audio is super choppy, by the way. It might, if you refresh your browser, it might make it better.
Well, if I refresh my browser, I'm gonna have to be kicked off and brought back up.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me do something else before I do
DJ's
something
here.
like that.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm going to run off.
How about now? You can hear it better now?
It's louder for sure.
Okay, let me turn it down a little bit so I won't get no feedback. How about now?
Yeah, it's louder, which may be technically better.
Okay, I put halfway.
Your audio is like garbled and choppy, but now
How
that
about
it's
now?
louder, it's a little easier to hear you.
How about now?
That's definitely an improvement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still a little choppy.
Let me go down from loud a little bit to 58%. How about now? How about now?
Still a little choppy.
Okay, hold on. Go down a little bit further. Hold on.
I don't know the answer to that, Stephen. Why did the police let all the people storm the Capitol? Very strange. Well, that would be very strange because
I know why.
cops don't normally do that unless it's their agenda.
Yeah, it was so that they could make it look super bad and then blame Trump for it and then try to pass some legislation like the Patriot Act all over again.
No, I know,
No.
but
Now, the Patriot Act is law already, so they don't need to pass that again. Huh.
Yeah, no, they
what I
authored
mean with the cops,
they
though,
authored another bill just like that was even worse and tried to pass it.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
must have missed that. I must have missed that one.
cops are supposed to protect the public, not like do that and then set them up and then people
Cops,
get hurt.
cops here
They're
aren't supposed
trained to do
protect the
that.
public.
I know, but it's still wrong and it's still sick, and they shouldn't be doing it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That's what I
Have you
mean.
ever seen DJ? Have you ever seen inside a how they train a police officer at a police academy?
I do.
No, well,
They,
the police's training over here is different to the police training over naughty countries.
It's the same, yeah, but their basic training in how to deal with certain situations. Let's say, for example, they say, okay, DJ, Michelle, Chad, you're one team. Right. Cooking with Lou, Dennison, you're one team. Okay. DJ, Michelle, Chad, it's your guys' job to make sure that this event actually happens. No matter what the cost is.
It still pisses
So
me off, though.
as long as one of us enforces an event that they're trying to stage to happen, the other three have to stop us. They're the cops. We're the terrorists that are trying to enforce the event. And then when they go to the police force, that's what they do. If you ever go to a riot or anything like that, or a police thing, you always look for the guys that are fully dressed in black that are hiding at the back.
Yeah, it just makes you think, though, that the police are like agent provocateurs, and they should never be that.
Most demonstrations that you see publicly anywhere usually are peaceful demonstrations, and it was the men in the back dressed in black that forced the situation.
Well, they also bring out that thing on the back of a truck or a police armored vehicle that's round, and so it produces like a microwave and pointed at everybody in a specific area and makes the skin hot and tingly, and it gets hotter and hotter, and it's a deterrent. Those like water guns trucks they use over there and over in England and other countries, big water trucks. that blast you with water like with like a fire hose.
Basically, what's going to happen is going to be a one world order anyway. So we don't start sticking up together as Americans in UK, Canada.
Some of the stuff I read, if that was to be well known to our troops and others, it would start a world war easily. And it is sickening what they've got away with.
Well,
Tricking other countries into wars, which if these people actually knew the truth, they wouldn't have gone to war. Definitely not.
yeah, but see, that's the elite, the power. They want more power, more money. They'll do anything for it to even, if you're an elected official in your seat of power, they don't want to give that power up. And as part, like I said, it's all part of the New World Order stuff. But and that's been going on for years. And I was talking to somebody in another stream about that last night. So, but anyway, and that person really wasn't into the conspiracy stuff. I said, well, it's not really a conspiracy if you check everything through, which that person's got a lot of other stuff to think about and go through every day. So it takes that person a long time to get to any material that you might send that person. So, but or for them to do their own research on it. But what I can, it's been going on for a long since, like I said, since Nixon on the New World Order.
Well, you're right. It's been going on for years, but what they were waiting for is waiting for the computers to downsize, get a better IA. Now they got cameras. They got us on our cell phones. We'll drive our cars, satellites. This is what they're waiting for now. Now they can track us.
Yeah, every single person will be tracked and traced like a transaction, and all of it will be used to calculate your social credit score, which will determine your access to things like government services and things of that nature.
Just like look at Walmart with the face recognition cameras where the buggies are at. They're different from what's inside the store for the security cameras inside the store. They just have the face recognition as you're going and leaving the store in the buggy areas.
Yep.
I remember Pup was doing stories about facial recognition and that before his strokes and that, which is disgusting to have that supermarkets over here. What on earth do they need facial recognition software for?
Because then they can turn you on and off in society. That's the ultimate goal.
And they also, with all the kids going into Walmart, they're also making a database for kids, and the parents don't even know anything about it. They're just done walking into Walmart and say, "Oh, I'm going in shopping or whatever," and all the kids, and they're making a database, face recognition database of all the kids.
They're actually pretty straightforward about what they want. They want total knowledge and total control.
Right.
And so they want to be able to know everything, and they want to be able to control everything, and that's okay. Cool. The two go hand in hand, obviously.
Well, our biggest problem is the Federal Reserve. You get rid of that Federal Reserve, things will start happening a little bit better for us as Americans. Federal Reserve is what controls our money. If they go by cryptocurrency, God have pity on everybody. Because if you want to buy something, and the government has a grudge against you, they can shut that money right off, and you won't be able to buy anything.
Yeah.
Well, the Federal Reserve. Let me retract. Back in I think the 40s or 50s, the Congress back then gave up their right to the power to audit the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is a private banking cartel.
Mhm.
That's it. They can print money to keep anybody's economy afloat. That's including Europe or other banks in Europe or UK or uh, anywhere there's a bank around the world. And that's where you think that $20 million or $20 trillion that they all of a sudden lost and nobody knows where it went. When I think that was in Bush years, the latter part of Bush years. I think that was the last year Bush was in power as president, and they lost all that money, and nobody could find out where it went to. The Federal Reserve paid off all the loans and banks over in Europe that was falling under at the time, because that's when Obama came in and gave everybody like Ford, Chrysler, and all these big incentives to keep their cars and not close the plants to keep people jobs and stuff. That's They didn't want to hear that. The Federal Reserve, like I said, the Federal Reserve is nothing but a private banking cartel. That's it, plain and simple. Congress can't do nothing about it. When the Federal Reserve person that's president, like Banky at the time, he went
Well, they
onto
could
the
if they
floor.
want.
Yeah, they do what they want. But when Banky was over the Federal Reserve at that time with Bush, he went to the Senate floor, and the Congress floor, and when they had a joint session, they turned the cameras off, and they basically said, if you don't do this, don't do that, you'll have, he said, I guarantee you, the stock markets will crash, and 4 days you'll have martial law in all your neighborhoods in the United States. And he threatened them to pass what law they was wanting them to pass to send money or whatever. And the Federal Reserve is the one that prints the money for the debt for these other countries, including the United States. They're the ones that are the evil NWO. That's like communicating, and the NWO, the New World Bank, that's part of the NWO. They didn't, back in Bush, you could barely hear anybody say New World Order this or World Order Bank or New something bank or whatever. You barely read. Now it's like it spits out of their mouth like every day. You hear on the news, oh, the New World Bank, New World this, or New World Economy, this and that. They always say that now, and it's like it just spit it up. But back then, oh hell no, that was like a sin to say openly. But now they don't give a crap, and the Federal Reserve is part of it, of the New World Bank.
Sure enough.
But what is the answer, though, to help the people that need it now in regards to their mental health and
They don't
mental
want to help the
well-being?
people. That's it. They don't want to help the people. All they want
I'm not
to
talking
do
about. I'm not talking about the elites and all of that. I mean the general populace here, because we are many. They are few.
I tell you, but I can't say it on YouTube.
yeah.
I mean, you've known me long enough to know that I'm a pretty peaceful, laid-back kind of person. That I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I have looked at it a million ways for 40 years, and I can only see one possible solution.
Unite.
Yeah, and then you know what happens after that.
Well, a few things could happen after that, but it's not always doom and gloom.
I don't know about gloom and doom, but there's going to be some omelets made.
Well, I'd rather do that than be asleep.
That's what's happening now.
Well, you think we're making omelets? I think they're
No.
making
That's what I'm saying, but we need to flip it a little bit.
It's kind of be hard to do, and all those people wake up.
Yeah, see, the thing with human beings is they don't learn or grow unless they're forced to by their environment. So you're talking about like a social evolution that will either take 100 years or 1,000 years, or it'll take something like an alien invasion or a worldwide pandemic, for example.
Yep. Yep. There you go.
Ding, 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 ding. A winner.
Yep. I was going
Did
to
you
say
just say
that,
a
but I didn't.
wiener? Did you just say a
No,
wiener?
Shut up, Lulu. You little brat.
Lulu.
She still got sex on her mind.
How did you
Yeah, I'm sorry.
fucking you were
No,
she was
it's
sitting
not that. She's hungry again.
wow.
Oh,
It was talk about omelets and now wieners, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lulu,
those.
Lulu,
she just want
Yeah.
a
how
big
many
Greek
times a day,
sausage.
sweetheart?
How many what?
How many times a day?
Oh, I don't answer questions.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
What? How many times a day you'd want it, or how many times a day do you get it?
Both.
Uh,
¿Por qué no dos?
como cuatro.
Sí.
oh,
4 times a day. Wow.
wow.
See, and I always, I'm kind of like a 3 times a day kind of guy. So, and I always get accused of being too voracious and or demanding. And here, Lulu, she would have, she'd, I'd be
I don't,
tapped out. I'd be tapped out, and she'd be looking for another omelet at the end of the day.
well,
Yep.
yeah. I'm pretty much the same myself. I'm sorry, but
Damn,
Don't let DJ fool you.
damn.
She's right up there.
Yep.
yeah.
She's right up there, right behind me. Rights.
I don't answer questions.
Nice.
I think that's going to be everybody's bloody go-to thing. I plead the fifth, or I don't answer questions.
No,
Either
I
one
just say
works.
I know nothing.
I never understood that one. I don't answer questions. I see. I never answer questions, but I never say that either. I just always like ask them a
You
question
just
back.
answer them.
No, like I answer it with a question or something.
Oh, okay. You're one of those.
Jenny's a deflector.
To a police officer for sure. I certainly don't want to tell him to his face that I don't want to answer his questions. That always makes them angry.
To
Oh yeah,
me,
definitely.
to
Yeah,
me, I
but
don't. I would.
you
To,
say no to me with a
And
set of
you know what I've
handcuffs and
seen?
a truncheon.
Oh, DJ, you know what I've seen? This is crazy.
Go on then.
Some cops are smart, and so when they
Sorry.
that's funny, right? That was pretty funny. So, and here's the thing: when they see me doing it, it still works because they're like, "Oh, I see what you're doing. This is getting me nowhere. I don't need the fucking hassle. I'm out." So with the dumb cops, it gets me out because I didn't answer any of their questions. They just don't know I didn't answer any of them, but I'm still kind of having
Oh
a
shit.
conversation. But with the smart ones, they're like, "Oh, I see you," and then they're like, "I'm out of here." So it works.
Either
Like,
way.
yeah,
to me, I wouldn't care if I said it to their face or not. I'm that type of a person, so what can
I
I say?
used to be like that, but I got tired of getting arrested and getting my ass beat.
See, and that's
That
wrong
may,
because
I
they're not
thought you
supposed to.
liked a good ass beating.
That sucks because they arrest you over
Yeah, from
feelings, and
you.
that's not right. That is
Yeah,
illegal.
I might like to get
I
slapped
don't like
around
butt hurt
by a
cops.
5'6", girl with that weighs 120 pounds, but I don't want to
Oh
get
wow.
I don't want to get my ass beat by like a big dude, smelly dude with like the sweat stains on his brown uniform.
Ew.
Ew.
oh, oh, God.
So
See, I'm the type of
Ew.
person.
And then he brings his friends. He's not gonna beat your ass by himself. There's always 2 or 3 of them.
Well, the cops around here are scared of me, so I ain't worried about that problem. I don't have that problem.
Yeah, they
what
Scared
don't.
of you? Scared of you? How? The more they're intimidated by me, that's why they go straight to hands on.
No, they don't.
Are you like a
That,
mayor or something?
huh?
No, not quite a mare.
So
boy.
Denzel, I gotta ask you.
She's got more guns than the police
Oh,
SWAT department.
Denzel.
Yeah,
So in other words, when the
that's when
cop
they
comes
kick
up,
down your door and put you in a cage. They're not, when they're afraid like that, that's when they come take you away.
No, they're not going to even do that.
so let me ask you something. So when a cop comes up to me and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Wrights, but you were speeding," so I look at him and say, to confuse him, I say, "How much is a battleship weigh? True or false?" Then he'll look at me. So then he'll look at me kind of funny, and then I'll say, "Well, what's the difference between an orange?" And if that doesn't confuse him, I'll ask him, "Do you bring your lunch to work or do you walk?" And as I get my ass kicked, I'll remember you.
I'll tell you what I do now. I turn on all the interior lights. I roll down every single window all the way. I take this packet that I have that has everything a cop asked for already in it. It's in a plastic see-through envelope. I place it on the seat to my right. I
Was that
take the keys.
a pack of Johnnies and some
It's
hand
just got my
sanitizer?
here it has my registration, my driver's license, and my insurance in it. I turn the car off, I take the keys out, and I put it on top of the dash, and then I put my hands on the steering wheel at 10 and 2. And I tell you, I haven't gotten a ticket since I started doing that.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I know that I shouldn't have to, but I am at the point now where I acknowledge that I do already live in a police state. I'm not I'm not gaslighting myself anymore or pretending. I'm also
No.
not pretending that any of these other motherfuckers in my country are going to have my back if this cop tries to shoot me in the back in my own car, like outside my own
Yeah.
house. You see what I'm saying?
I
And
mean,
nobody deserves my sacrifice. So for me, I consider it a life or death situation, and I am fully aware of the circumstances I found myself in. If I fuck up, he can shoot me and get away with it, and he knows that.
well, I mean, we are lucky over here to a degree not to have guns and all of that, but Dan's channel, which is obviously with it called Police Abuse and Powers, you can imagine what it's about. But he makes up these cards where it has everything that you need to sort of like say to a cop without you having to actually open your mouth to a cop. Then you will not be answering any questions. You do not have to give out any information. If it's a traffic stop, you just show your license up to the glass. You don't have to open your window. You don't have to open your door. If they try to open your car door, they're not allowed to do so because you've shown them your details.
Well,
Yeah, it used to
And
be like
all
that
stuff
here
like
until the
that.
Supreme Court fucked that up. It's called Terry v. Ohio.
but
They don't have those laws over here, but it does work because it stops any cops from escalating the situation.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like that here at checkpoints because they're
yeah,
kind of quasi constitutional. The way the Supreme Court gets around it is they're like, but if you just do what they want you to do, which is say I haven't been drinking, I'm an American citizen, and here's my driver's license, then it takes 40 seconds. So that can't possibly be a violation of your Fourth Amendment rights. And which is horseshit, obviously. But then again, for that reason, that means if you do present your driver's license and comply with all the questioning, and they don't let you go immediately, they're fucking up, and you can actually get them in court for this. And it should be that
well,
way for everything.
that was a court case. Uh, uh, Back in when I was a city council person from '04 to '07, uh, where I live at, I think it's still up. His name was, I forgot his first name, but his last name was Anderson. He was a young pastor. Went
Yeah,
through,
Steven Anderson.
went through a checkpoint where they busted his face up with glass. He put all of his court case, filmed it and put it up on YouTube, and he won his case, but it took him forever to do it, and because they didn't do they didn't know their policies, the immigration did not know their
Yeah,
policies and all
Martinez
that.
versus Flores made very specific allowances for these types of checkpoints by carving them out of the Constitution. And so you have to like it has to have a narrow scope. It has to have a defined policy and procedure. There has to be a way to prove probable cause. So, like, training materials, documentation for the dogs, for the agents, and they don't have any of those fucking things. And that's how
No,
Anderson was able to win his case.
all right, because by the Constitution, you're supposed to be. This is not Nazi Germany where you don't have to go through checkpoints like you did in over when the Nazi was in charge and Hitler was in charge, and because you're supposed to be going the Fourth Amendment, search and seizures, and there we go with with the FISA court document that I gave Chad and gave DJ and others, but they you're supposed to go from state to state without showing any documents or anything along them lines. Because if a road is, say, 150 miles or 200 miles away from any border, and it's out in Tumbleweed, New Mexico, or Arizona, going straight across to California, nothing in there, there's nothing but tumbleweeds out there, and here you have a checkpoint out there in Bung, whatever, out there, and immigration checkpoint, and that should be illegal because there's nowhere near a border.
Should.
It does not go into. It does not go to a border. So that should be totally
I'm
illegal.
also not saying all cops are bad either, because not all cops are bad.
No, and I'm not saying all cops, but that's how they started that when Anderson did what he did and all, but they turned around and the 9/11 happened, and then they came up with that document that I gave Chad and others, and how they went around the Constitution to make law. But see, then you can go up and make, if you was a smart attorney, you can go up and say, well, the Federalist Papers has nothing to do with the Constitution. And here you quote in the subnotes Constitution to make case law when there's not. So it's an illegal document. So one can say that, and one can argue that in a court of law. But they made it, and Bush signed it, and it was through the Justice Department on their letterhead. So it's a PDF file, but that's how they did a run around on the Constitution, just like executive orders or any president, or protecting executive privilege. That's a run around to keep things secret that they don't want known, because it's embarrassing to them and or whatever. But that's how everything got started on that. But like where I live at, the cops they don't bother me. They leave me alone. They even the police chief said, if they see me go the other way, doesn't matter what I'm doing or speed. If I go 5 or 10 miles over the speed limit, just look the other way and keep on going. They don't bother me at all where I live at. And that's the city police, the county sheriff, and the state patrol of where I live at, which I'm down in Georgia.
Certainly different laws where you are compared to other states, isn't there?
Well, no, southern states are some we still have the death penalty here. You can be done. They can fry you in an electric chair, or you can have lethal injection. But if you go up to where rights live at, They don't have that
This
up
is
there.
what I'm saying. It's different in the south to the north.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
How are you, DJ?
I'm okay. I'm just trying to work out, the best ways to actually help the normal people here, because a lot of them are getting caught in the crossfire. It's not fair.
Right.
A lot of them don't understand what's going on either, because it's lots of smoke and mirrors and
They like to play the little
magician's
games.
tricks, like slide a hand here and there, and it's all distractions of what's going on behind the scenes. The people are sort of like say the Rittenhouse trial, for example. While all the media was focused on that, then lots of other things were going on which people were ignoring.
Yeah.
They're very stupid. But
Like the kid. Like the kid.
these people know exactly what they're doing, and I'm more for helping the average person than the people that can help themselves, because they know what they're doing. People that are switched on, I'm not so worried about, but the people that aren't are going to get the shock of their lives, which I don't want to say it to frighten people, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Well,
You just do what you can do and make sure you take care of yourself.
all right.
But it's gotten so bad to well, I've been feeding the homeless around my area for years now, even before the pandemic and that, and had to stop for a while because my area was getting saturated with heroin users and stuff like that, which, while I'm going out on my own with my dog, I don't really want to be doing that around lots of heroin users, because I don't want to get jumped on,
All
because
right.
they're not thinking straight and all of that. So that sort of like changed things, and then you go back out and you start doing it, and people's attitudes have changed now. They don't exactly trust what you. I mean, they do me because they send me around, but like other people that try and help, they just don't want to accept the help because they don't trust it. So there's a lot of people going around now that do not trust anybody at all, and that is a shame.
Well,
It definitely
yeah,
is.
it's a shame. Yeah.
Can't blame them.
Oh, of course not. It's not about blame either. But with all these stories going around to scare the hell out of people, what do they expect?
Yeah. I think it is what they expect.
No, I mean the general population, not the people that are doing it.
Yeah.
And especially, trying to help the veterans and that at the moment. I think it's absolutely disgraceful what's going on up at the PTSD camp, which I support. That they keep on going in there. Joe and that was saying recently that 200 of them went in there, helicopters and everything else surrounded the place, and there was only, what was it, 8 of them in the end? 200 people for 8 people. Ridiculous. They had laser scopes on children. I mean, doing all kinds of stuff like that is absolutely ridiculous. When it's a
The
peaceful PTSD camp for veterans and civilians, and they come down in it as if it's some kind of militia or something, which it's not.
Oh, okay.
Who's
Right.
snoring?
Right. It's got to be right.
What?
Snoring.
You started to snore again.
Again? No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would.
Yes, you would. Yes,
I
you bloody well would.
I I stayed up till 4:30 last night. Michelle wrote me a letter, and I mean stream, and I put it on YouTube stream, and I went to bed about 5:30.
I haven't even been to bed yet. I've been up for about 4 days. What you talking about?
Oh, you guys can do
Who
that.
knows what
See,
evil
right, so
lurks within the hearts of men?
why no? Couldn't you put that video out later on today? Why did you have to do it there and then? That's a bit silly.
Well, because I was going to be meeting you this morning, and I knew that. I was late
No, I
meeting
know,
you.
but you could
Yeah.
have done it like before or after, you know.
Well, I like to.
Strike
How do
while
you
the
say it?
iron's hot. I know, but you can't be burning your candle at both ends like that. You've got to think of your health first, as you keep on saying that to me.
Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I just. Well, you're right. I can't argue there. You're right. You still got me in trouble
It's a
again.
difficult situation. No, but you done a panel last night as it was, and I mean, I would have jumped up on that panel, but you wanted it for veterans, so that's what I was hoping that you'd get a couple at least, you know.
No, I knew it was going to come. That's why I said you can come out if you want to. So I knew it was going to come.
Hey
I
guys,
was,
I tried this
yes,
before.
I have a question.
okay.
Where has our KY and Bud been? I haven't seen them. Like I've seen Bud around like in chats and stuff, but they're not
They're
doing the K.
gonna be on Shame Canadians at midnight tonight, which is I don't know what it is your time.
About 7. Is it 5 hours
8 o'clock.
difference?
8 o'clock your time, Lulu.
Okay.
Don't
I know
forget
that.
to send me a link to that.
Well,
Huh?
the reason they haven't been on mine is because I haven't been well myself. I didn't have a voice, so
Well,
it's only been the past couple of days I've got my voice back. So,
Oh, okay.
but I know Bud hasn't been too well with his leg and that, but I don't know what's going on with them. I really don't. I can't answer that. You'd have to ask them what's going on. But they have their own channel, so I don't get it.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to figure out why I haven't really like seen them putting up on their channel.
Who?
Well, it's hard to
Bud
get
and
bets up.
KY.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, but it's got to be sorted out, obviously. But I know there's been a little bit of drama on other channels and that, which I do not like.
There's drama everywhere. No matter where you go, there's drama. Oh my God, it's getting out of hand.
But you would think, when what's going on at the moment, that people would band together and stop with this petty bullshit.
Nope.
Well, I don't have drama over here. I won't have it. I don't believe in it.
Gotta be.
Humans are very tribal.
Well, I'm not going to. I got a problem with them, so I'm not going to be around for a while. I don't even want to talk to them till after probably January of next year. So this coming year coming up, I just don't want to be filled with the crap. So I'm just going to.
Is that why I haven't seen you around either, really, Michelle?
I know that. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Well, Michelle's been on my channel.
Yeah,
when I've been on.
Yeah, I think it's me. I think it's that I haven't been around.
Yeah, I stay up with DJ and rights and everything, but I got a problem. So, well, actually a couple problems, but and that's why I'm not going to deal with it until after the first of the, January at the end of the year, this coming year, because I might go back, I might not. I just don't know yet.
So there isn't any rush. You do it in your own time, don't you?
I do everything on my time. Nobody's going to force me to do nothing that I don't want to do. My timetable, not nobody else's, and so plain and simple.
What do you
Exactly.
guys think about employers making their staff take medications that they don't want to take? If you get what my meaning is by that.
That pisses me off. That fucking drives me insane. I can't take it.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. I think that's illegal. I don't think that should be allowed. I don't know. Maybe I sound psychotic, but
No.
I really can't.
I actually
No.
thought it was illegal, but
What?
The whole
forcing
shit
your
that they're doing with
employees to take
with basic
medication they don't want.
right.
Forcing people to take the vaccine?
Yep. Look,
No.
Trying to put it in a different way.
I mean,
But
it should be illegal, but it's
who's
been
allowing
legal.
this? Who's
Well,
allowing this? Like,
it's been illegal. It's been legal in the United States since 1908.
illegal or legal?
Legal.
it's not
So they
legal
can.
over here.
So what are their laws for then? If they can just basically do whatever they want with us?
Well, there's that too. We're not a nation of laws. They say we are, but we're not. That was proven over the last 3 years. That's been proven definitively. The United States is not a nation of laws. It's a banana republic. It's a joke.
So whatever laws we see, they really don't apply to us. We can just do whatever we want to then.
You can't.
See, that's what I'm
But
saying.
Well, I mean, where's your tanks and all your money?
That's what it is. Exactly.
Yeah, that's who rules. We
it
don't
should
rule
never
by
be
laws.
about
We
that.
rule by force. Force is the ultimate arbiter. It is the ultimate
It
authority.
shouldn't ever be like that, though.
Yeah, and that's messed
I
up.
want to add something.
It's been like that since people were people.
I want to add something to that. That you can also they rule by fear as well.
Exactly. Fear number one. That's number one.
Oh,
Look,
they
they
have
tried to
all sorts
instill.
of different methods for controlling you, including religion. What I mean is
Yes.
that force is the ultimate authority. At
Look,
the end of the
they tried.
day, it's the person who can run over your house with a tank and burn down all your shit that is in charge.
Right. Look, they tried instilling fear into my daughter because she's a vet tech, right? So they tried instilling fear into her, like the head doctor tells her, "Oh, but what about your mom? You don't want to get your mom sick, so you should get," because she knows about my situation. So she's trying to instill that fear into my daughter so that my daughter will get, and my daughter said to her, that's not going to work on her. That
Right.
that
Yeah.
her mom is fine.
Yeah.
Because we've already talked about that. But you see what I'm saying? They're trying to instill fear. That is number one, fear.
Yeah, you'd be
Right.
second-class citizens too.
It's fear and division.
Wait until they don't let you in the DMV unless you've had it. Watch how that turns out.
It's
You know
also
what?
that they're bringing race theory into classrooms as well, and all of that. I mean, you don't need to be teaching 3 and 4-year-olds that kind of thing. They need to know how to read and write and all of that. Not all of this other
Yeah.
stuff, because that's down to the parents.
Yeah, but
Not
right
the
now
school.
they care about is dumbing down the American kids.
It's
in
not just
public
American
schools.
kids; it's all kids.
Well, all kids
Everywhere.
Yeah, in school. Dumbing down the kids.
Well, not everywhere. Some places are training their children to take over our children.
All right, guys,
Well,
I
yeah.
gotta go. I'm on 4%. I gotta go charge.
Oh, that sounds
Okay,
about
Lulu.
right.
You knew that was gonna come up eventually, right?
Yeah,
Get yourself a battery pack, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake, I always say I'm. Yeah, go
Lulu,
ahead.
can I
Yes.
ask you a question?
Wait, I can't hear what.
Do you have the brightness on your screen turned all the way down?
No, that does that automatically once it's 5% and under.
I'm saying though, if you did it the whole time,
Yes.
Oh, then
Mm-hmm.
what would happen?
it would drain the battery slower.
It would, yeah.
Oh, like when I'm on a panel? Yeah, because it sucks it up when I'm on a panel.
Yeah, that's because of StreamYard.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, she's
crazy.
always Lulu's always been a 3% or
3%.
4%.
Right now I'm on 4%. I was on 67 when I got on here. Oh, now I'm on 3.
it's
Oh,
dwindling as we speak.
All right, so
exactly.
I'll see you guys.
Take it, lady.
This is like when Michael J. Fox is disappearing in that scene in Back to the Future.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Yeah, Lulu.
I know the one you. That's me.
Hey, one time
Yeah,
before
I think your new
before you go,
nickname
Lulu,
should be Battery Pack Perez.
you know what I
Lulu,
want.
I wish you a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't see you before then. I hope I
Okay.
do.
Feliz Navidad.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
And,
Michelle.
Pero
God bless you.
ano,
Hope
felicidad.
you had a good Thanksgiving as well.
I'll be back on here.
Okay.
I'm sure you will. I mean, because I'm going to be doing regular
Yes.
panels myself now from
I
now
don't
on.
understand why all these people pretend like they, I'm not supposed to have exclusive access to you right now. But can you do one thing before you go?
Yeah.
Say it for me. You know what I want you to say, don't you?
Ramos.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Oh my
Is that it?
days.
Caramba.
Caramba.
Right.
Was that it, Dennison, for real?
Of course.
Paquetero.
All
All right, I'll see you guys. Take care, okay? Peace out.
right, sir. You
Love
too.
you.
Take care,
Love
darling.
you. Bye-bye.
Later, Lulu.
Oh, Stephen saying Trump showed their Trump cards. Yeah, isn't that the truth?
What does
I
that
mean,
mean?
I was saying something earlier on in the chat about the way they treated him for 4 years and that.
Oh yeah, he like made them pull out every last stop they ever had. They had to expose every little last tactic and technique they had with him because nothing would stick. That COVID though,
A bit like
that
his
shit,
taxes.
that shit nailed him. That was a death shot. The pandemic, that shit shot Trump down and took him to the ground. He was Teflon Don. They threw all sorts of stuff at this cat, and it didn't even phase him. But that Corona shit, man, that hit him right in the chest.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think it was mainly to do with being censored by social media. The actual coverage of the election was rigged continuously in Biden's favor. I mean, that was blatantly obvious to anybody that could read.
Well, they barely won, even though they cheated. So they had to do all those things. You're right. But I think the COVID that got him. Like if it weren't for COVID, he would have won again.
Hey, Chad. You there,
Yes.
Chad?
Yeah.
Did you get my last email I sent you? The one with a video of the congressional hearing about that special gun that was used that I was telling you about? That you slowed down the video?
Did you send it before or after the one with your number?
Yeah, you was actually talking about that when we were talking together.
I didn't get that one. No, I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I sent it to you. It's the congressional. It's the one that they remember when you slowed that video down, you could see. But this is actually the gun that the 45 that was modified into a dart gun, and that had a battery pack in where the clip goes in at, and it had a sight, and it was almost total silence when
shooting the gun because the guy asked, and I think I sent that to you.
Yeah,
No.
I heard it all when you were talking to each other.
Don't have that one.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a good one.
Hold on, let me.
It's
See if I-
talking about JFK, Denny, if you're wondering.
Yeah, it's JFK. Yeah.
That was an amazing
What-
clip. It really was.
I
Yeah.
told you I found it.
What actually happened to JFK rather than what we were told that happened to JFK?
Yep. I told
Yep.
y'all about it, and Chad looked at it and went down. I'm gonna see if I can find it on YouTube again.
I wish I could show it on here, but YouTube would have a fit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
You showing it? Yes.
Hmm.
Especially
Yes, they certainly wouldn't like that on the channel, would they?
Which especially with what really kind of to me brought the term conspiracy theorist to light.
Well, this is not conspiracy. This is actually physical proof. But
No, I know, but I'm saying that's where the term conspiracy theorist really came into its big fruition, was around the JFK assassination.
yeah.
Yeah,
But if you
they
slow the
created
film,
it to dispel the myths.
well,
Yeah.
the myth is I pointed something
The
out.
truths and the myth.
I pointed out the truth about it, and Chad went down as far as he could on YouTube, and then he took it off of YouTube and slowed it down. I had some friends slow it down, and even more. You can see a lot more. And then I was trying to find the video if it was still up. Luckily, it was still up, and I'm trying to find it now, and I don't know where it's at.
Well, I can guarantee you one thing. When he got shot that day, the whole America cried. When I was at Woolworth outside looking through the glass at the TV set, people were crying inside.
Yeah, I
I
had to
think
go to
we're
my.
still suffering from it. This
Yeah.
the Trump thing was like part of the same kind of like populist movement that started when America realized that not even its own president was safe.
Let's see. I want to go to my sent folder, and where I have sent. I said there's Chad. Okay, I sent it to you. I sent it to
I didn't.
you.
Now,
What's the
I could
title?
be wrong about this.
Hold on. I'm going to try to resend it. Hold on. I'm going to copy it. Copy the link.
Okay.
I'm going to put in a new email. And I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to put Chad.
Me and Paul Billy were talking about that last night about JFK, and he told me that the reason why JFK got killed is because he's trying to stop the Federal Reservists. He's trying to break them apart, get rid of them, dissolve them.
I mean, I've heard
Okay.
that too, but I can't find any evidence of it.
I can't either, but yeah, I'm looking for it.
They probably
Okay.
buried it though. That's the thing.
I'm going to put congressional. I hate damn fucking.
I think Kennedy got killed because he was in LBJ's way.
Yeah.
Probably.
And it's like it's nothing that we think it is, which is why Biden just renewed the ban on releasing the files.
Amazing.
And this is also my greatest disappointment in Trump. On his way out, he did not pardon Julian, he did not pardon Edward, and he didn't release the alien files, and he didn't release the JFK files.
And he didn't put Hillary in jail.
Yeah, well, shit. Don't get me started on that.
Okay, I'm sending it to you now. You should be getting it in a second, Chad.
Okay.
I just left I just left, so I'm just letting you know.
Yep. That right there. That's what they use. That's what the bodyguard, the driver, aka driver of they're driving JF's Kennedy's open car, and that was hidden on the driver's side door. He picked it up, went over with one hand, boom, shot him because it filled up with shellfishing. Put any poison in that dart, anything you wanted. And that was in that congressional hearing because that was explicitly asked.
DJ, I'm right back. I'm going to get some information. I want you to look at it. You decide if you put it up or not, okay?
Okay.
I'm right back.
But yeah, it just showed up, Michelle.
Okay. I had to go back and search for it, and I'm surprised it was still up there on YouTube.
Things to make you go, there.
It's a modified 45. Had a battery packs inside the where the clip goes in at, and I had a sight on top of it, and that's the type of gun that you saw in that film when you slowed it down.
Okay, I'll take a look at it later.
I think I heard somewhere that the entire Zapruder film has never been seen.
The what?
The entire Zapruder film has never been shown anywhere. No one's ever actually seen the whole thing.
Well,
Not that there's anything hidden on it. It's just that they always just play parts of it. And no one's actually aired the whole Zapruder film, is what I've heard.
Well, on this particular one, I was out there. The color version or the black and white version, which is the same, Chad slowed it down as far as YouTube could go that night that I told him about it.
Actually, it was somebody else. Somebody else slowed it down, and then I took a copy of the video off and looked at it again offline and slowed it down even slower. But we could definitely confirm what we saw on YouTube for it. Yes, even more so.
Yeah. And that's the gun. That is actually what killed him because he, the bodyguard, which the driver was the ex-bodyguard for the Rothschild family. And then when he got shot, Mrs. K was sitting next to him. He slumped down because he was shot in the neck. And then she tried to bring him back up. And then a couple clicks framed later, that's when the headshot came across from right to left.
What I want to know is, what about all the scapegoats they used for that day? So they were obviously innocent.
Well, you know, Oswald was just a patsy.
But this is what I'm saying, but he's still innocent.
Yeah, but just people just. I mean, if you don't know what you're looking for in a film or know certain things, I'm not going to say too much, but Chad can understand. You can understand that they are people that does know and about a lot of things. If you don't slow it down, you will just miss it. I mean, you can see him riding the going through Dallas and all that stuff on the road, and then you can see the car slow down, was slowing down during the parade, him waving to everybody. And then when he got shot with the dart, that's when the driver sped back up and got out of there real quick, out of trying to pick up speed out of the frame. And you can actually physically see it, but people don't. If you're not looking or know where to look in that film, you will blink of an eye at the speed it was played, you'll miss it. Now, if he actually was still alive and got a copy of that tape and slowed it down like Chad has or a friend did, and know about where to look, that would have freed him from prison. And that special gun that Congress made, the congressional hearing that I just gave, I thought he had, but I sent to him 3 days ago. So, but I think that all them factors would have came back, would have questioned them, and could have freed him if he was still alive. But he's not. He went down in history books as the one that killed JFK.
Which is horrible because it didn't happen that way.
Right. The federal government wanted their narrative played out, and that's what the narrative they got. He was just a patsy. That's all he was. He was a patsy. He could have been a disgruntled person or a disgruntled veteran, and got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time, type of stuff, and they used him as a patsy. Plain and simple. I'll just go ahead and say it. Be totally blunt. And it's not conspiracy theory, it's actually physical proof there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wrights didn't say how long he'd be, did he? Because Leo's indicated on me like 20 minutes ago, so.
yeah, knowing him, he's probably getting another gigantic mug of coffee, probably about 10 more. Get him awake. Because evidently he was definitely snoring.
You're on Discord, DJ?
I am. I've just started it, but I'm going to learn a bit more about it and then put my DJ sets on there because it can't be moaned at then. Because there are so many different tunes that I've used. I'd have to get permission from every single DJ that I've used their tunes, and there's just so many of them. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just do it on a different platform for now until I have got permission from all of them.
Yeah, I'm on Discord myself and Hangouts.
I don't know how different it is to use Discord to YouTube and all of that. I mean, I'm sure Tonkin will help me with that because he's been using Discord on and off for ages. I haven't, so it's a bit different for me, but it shouldn't be too much different. You can put videos and all of that up there, can't you? So it should be fine. This is the thing, I want to be able to do live. I mean, I've got certain permissions from DJs, but it's not the genres that you'd want to necessarily hear. But it's one of my favourite genres of music, but it's a lot faster. So,
But yeah, Discord. I'm on Discord too. So Hangouts.
No, Stephen, you can actually make your own Discord private, so you can just send out invites and that and do it like that. Not everybody can just get to your Discord unless you give them an invite to it.
Right, that's correct.
Yeah, Discord is like the most drama-free place I have.
But if other people get into it,
if you want drama on Discord, you can find it. Yes.
but if you don't want it, then
Yeah, exactly. Then you won't get it.
Right. I was in a room last night. I was in a room last night on stream on YouTube and StreamYard, and a friend of mine's chat, and this guy come in, and it was he made a lot of comments, real bad comments, and came in hot. And his little girlfriend was a mod in the room, and she just kept her mouth shut. And then because my friend played some text DMs that was about one person, that he said it was one person, not the other person in question. This guy came in and said, "Why didn't you show all of it?" And all this other stuff, and called him a sellout. Then he used the he was homophobic. Called everybody in the chat homophobic. I mean, well, trans and gay, and called him gay and trans and stuff. And yeah, oh
it's
yeah,
terrible.
it was real bad. And I left, and I kicked him for a while, timed him out because I'm a mod, and he it was hot and heavy, and so and it was pretty bad. So we just, I finally banned him, and then my friend finally banned him from the room, I guess. I don't know what he did. I didn't really care. I left at that point. I couldn't take the drama. It got kind of heavy,
Exactly.
and when they talked about it, I said in my eyes he's a racist because he called everybody gay and homophobic and trans whatever, and make comments, and that pissed a lot of people off in the side chat. And but I just left. Used my Discord. I had him no, not Discord. Well, Discord, not Discord, but Hangouts. I got him personally. Goes to him personally, and I told him why I left, and I'll see him on the next stream.
Exactly. This aura is getting stronger, and this taste is getting stronger. So I'm going to jump off, guys, before I have a seizure on a live stream, which wouldn't be a good idea. Because my dog's like looking at me. I will speak to you guys soon. And sorry to end it like this, but it comes on so bloody quickly.
You gonna leave it open for us to chat, or you gonna just cut it off?
What I can do, I can just leave it as a backstage if you guys want to talk amongst each other.
That'd be fine.
Okay. Have a nice one, Stephen, and that, and guys in chat, and I'll leave you guys
you
to
take it off?